Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to do a little something different. Today we're going to talk about healing. And I'm doing this video whether I post it or not. I'm not sure. This is about my own healing. I was triggered yesterday and triggered hard and got very upset. And that's how you know you found a trigger. And so I'm going to work on it right here and now, and recognize that I had a trigger and it threw me off my game. I'm not all that happy today, but then we can't be happy every single day, can we? And we have to recognize those days that we're off, and then we have to recognize why. And that's what I'm doing this morning. So I got a trigger. I pulled the card Solitude. I knew as soon as it happened that I had to be alone, and this confirms it. I went to my room and started doing my favorite thing, listening to tarot card readings, but we can't always do that, can we? We have to work on what happened. And what happened is a reminder of the past, and how much it hurt us depends on how hard we get triggered. And so I was triggered pretty hard, angry, mad, and going out of my way to make somebody else uncomfortable. So I had to go to my room, time out, time to be alone to figure out how, if I'm going to stay around the people that hurt me, that I can no longer be triggered. How can I forgive and forget and allow those things to move on and to move through? So, because, you love people and you don't want to give up on them, but yet at the same time, if they remind you of a lot of pain that you've been through, it's hard to, if it's hard to forget, it's easier to forgive. For me, forgiveness is fairly easy, but forgetting is hard. Forgetting the offense. We got 3 of Cups, Mars and Mercury and Cancer. This tells me the only way that you can get through the triggers is to communicate them. And that's how I feel. The one that hurt you is best if you can talk to them and communicate and work things out so that you can get past the triggers, so you can get past the pain, so you can get past the hurt. And I myself am looking forward to that very much. Communication. Anybody that you've ever had discord with and you still think of them, and you feel sad or upset or wish it hadn't went that way, that's somewhat of a trigger, and it means that we need to have communication, because communication is the only way to work things out, and it has to be communication from both sides, given the reason, the explanation of what happened and what went wrong and why it went wrong, and analysis and analyzing. All these things help to work things out. If 2 people want to come back together after a big hurt, it's going to take a lot of work. And that's what I'm going through now with people that I love. I went through a big hurt. I got triggered really bad. It made me very upset. Communication was needed to talk about it, but I immediately got upset, freaked out, and went to my room to solitude. Yeah. Well, I believe that communication is coming, but there has to be time to cool off a period of solitude and aloneness to where, you know, can figure out the right things to say and what is needed to be heard. You know, we need to hear things if we've been hurt. We need for those who have hurt us to have the heart to come forward and apologize. And if you've hurt someone, you should always go forward and apologize. Now, I'm not the kind of person that ever desired to hurt anybody, nor was I good at doing things behind people's back, because I was always a confrontational, upfront kind of person. That I'm going to do it, I'm going to tell you I'm going to do it, I might even tell you before I do it. And that way you know what to expect from me, and usually those things didn't happen like that unless you've done something to offend me or disturb me or make me feel as if you've been hiding things from me, because that is the one thing that I cannot live with. 6 of water, 6 of cups. Reflecting, looking back. You can see her looking into the water there. She's reflecting. She's in solitude. She's looking over the past. She kind of got her head tilted, like listening, isn't she? She's listening to her intuition. See her? She's listening to what's around her. She's looking for an impasse. She's stuck there between the rocks, a rock and a hard place, we could say. And she's looking for a way out that will make everybody happy. She can't go back. She can't go side to side, and the lake's in front of her. So she's stuck. And she's meditating on the way forward. She definitely wants to go forward. I'm going to read this one. 6 of Waters. Nostalgia, sweet memories, old flames, yearning for the security of the good old days. If we are being triggered to remember the past, triggered, okay, y'all saw me shuffle these cards, triggered, and I was triggered. If I'm being triggered to remember the past, I can enjoy the warm memories, but must recognize they are ephemeral. Emotion can color my recall and distort my understanding of what is happening today. I acknowledge and heal old wounds. I can experience security today, enveloped in the arms of divine love. There is no need to return to the illusion of a golden era if you have begun. There is no reason. There is no need to return to the illusion of a golden era of yore, because I can begin co-creating a better reality right now. Authentic healing and joyfulness will be mine if I stop rekindling the emotions of the past. So what that's telling me is that, I went right back into the emotions of the past, of the hurt and the pain. And it did hurt, and it was painful. And I recognize that. And I'm acknowledging it right here in front of you guys to let you see where healing goes and how to heal. I acknowledge that I was hurt in the past, and I definitely want to move forward to the future. And I am co-creating and rekindling things even today for a new beginning, to start it right now. And I'm sharing it with you because I don't really have anybody that I've ever been able to share with this. Nobody's listened to me. Nobody's been patient with me or understood that the things that I saw and experienced were, and it was because of my perspective of sacredness, everything kind of got distorted. Not for me, because I know where I stand and will stand. I'm working on healing, and I will heal because God and divine love is with me, and they will help me heal. The Nine of Earth. This is a Virgo card. I'm a Virgo, by the way. Nine of Earth, Nine of Pentacles. Let's see what we got here, folks. Nine of Earth. Disciplined, self-reliance, reliable resources, restraint, and self-control. The final stone placed in the foundation. And what did I say? I will heal, and I will recover, and I will get my sense of direction again in this life. You know, I have a few days that are awesome, and then I remember and get triggered, and it hurts again. It hurts, and I'm going to let it hurt. It's okay. Let it hurt. That's how I get through it. That's how I heal it. I allow it. I feel it. I understand it. There's a reason for the pain to be there. And I'm not going to push it away. I'm going to embrace it and feel it and understand that I have a right to feel this way and have mercy and compassion on myself and love myself and know that I didn't deserve what happened. I didn't deserve it. We don't deserve to be hurt, but sometimes it happens. And when it happens, we have to work on healing. Sometimes people that hurt us won't help us heal. They don't care. And therefore, we have to work on it ourselves. We have to take responsibility, focus, and initiation into saying, I love myself enough that I'm going to heal and I'm going to work through this and I will be happy again. I will be. I know I can rely on myself and spirit. There are many tools at my disposal, and I use my resources wisely. Solidifying the foundation of my security in the material world, I am diligent and disciplined, focused on completing the work I began long ago. I stick to my program, trusting that the plan is unfolding before me exactly as Spirit intended. And as the Spirit helps me to work through these things and identify the triggers and the hurts that I still have, to heal them, I continue to move forward, because the material world is more than money. It's more than a home. It's more than all these things, having somebody to love you. The material world starts within you. Right here is your material world. And if it's, you got to have some spirit in order to make it through the aches and pains that we receive in this world, because the flesh needs it to be happy. We want to be happy. We have to secure ourselves, and we secure ourselves in the spirit, in the spiritual world. We ground ourselves in the earth, and we know within our hearts of hearts that we're worthy of good, and that good will come to us because we're worthy of it, and that's the way it should be. you know, and that's how we should think. That we're worthy of love, we're worthy of truthfulness, we're worthy of compassion, we're worthy to have our story heard, we're worthy and should allow others to see that pain. Yeah, yeah. It's not right to hurt others. You got to be careful when you're out in the world. There are hearts out there that are very tender and full of love, and you should never try to use and abuse them. Ada Earth, harmony, music, balance, working on a better way, just creating music in your life, beauty, art, poetic. I always wanted a poetic lifestyle, tea out by the pond, grandkids running around. I never really wanted riches. I wanted a home, of course. Everybody wants a home. But, money just never meant anything to me. What meant to me more than anything was truthfulness, honor, dignity, and pride that I really call self-esteem, which is just being happy who you are because you've done the best you could. You literally work on yourself. You focus on telling the truth. You focus on talking to people that need you to talk to them and helping them. Your intention is clear. You intend to do the best you can by yourself and of others. And when we do that, we expect the same. But life isn't always like that. We don't always get the same back. And that is when we really, really, really get hurt, especially if you're not expecting it. Teamwork, building on solid foundations, group efforts, dedicated collaboration. So as I work here with you guys in my own healing to let you know there's no shame. No shame in working on yourself. No shame in recognizing that you're having a bad day, that, you got triggered or something happened that, threw you off your horse, and, it might take you a day or a few hours to get back up on there. But meanwhile, you're going to sit on the ground and maybe cry a little bit like I have through the night and this morning, to release that tension, to release the frustration, to release the anger, to talk to you guys, somebody that's not running from me, to just sit and listen to me. I appreciate you being here today with me. I hope you will subscribe to my channel. I hope you'll have mercy and forgiveness on me being here, as a healer of myself today. I put out a lot of work that I would love to see everybody heal, but today I felt a little broken. But, just talking to you guys and letting it out of my heart and my chest and expressing those emotions, I feel better already. I feel Ace of Earth. I feel more grounded. I feel like somebody out there will have compassion and pray for me as I'm praying for all of you. And with that being said, I guess there ain't much more other than, if you're hurt, recognize it, feel it, understand it. Don't try to push it to the side. Let it wait. Let it work itself out, because it's an emotion that needs to be released. And you will feel better once you talk about it and release it. And even if you ain't got nobody to talk with, like I don't have no one to talk with, I'm alone a lot, most of the time, then turn on your phone, put on your video, and say, I'm going to play. Whether I put this on YouTube or not, I don't know. But at least I got a chance to look into somebody's eyes, even if they were my own, and explain how I felt. I love you guys. Have a great day. Please like and subscribe, and come back later. It might be a happier reading. I'm sure it will be. Bye-bye.